Alright, welcome back everybody. So, off camera I did a little bit of alchemy, and I wish I could tell you exactly what we got, but it was a couple of those essence potions. So just compare the stats so you can kind of figure out the difference yourself. It looks like everybody's doing pretty well except for Fane. He's close to several breakpoints, but he's not at any of them. And then it's still June, so only about 2-ish hours have elapsed. But we are off to do the Bootleg Bay. Right, that's what we're doing. Bootleg Bay is next. It's still a pretty low level area. Also we sold those bones. I don't think anything else important happened. And I guess I sold Cronus, if you want to consider that important. Wow. That's an interesting find. Yeah, we ended up selling Cronus. It's definitely a cool item. It's just not, it's not for us. We literally cannot use it, and therefore I just can't see a reason to keep it. Just terribly unfortunate, because, it's a relic. And all relics are just simply cool. Gotta kill a few of these guys. And I have a couple more bones here. I
don't know.
No. We can enchant that. The bones that we found the first time were from Longfang Witherhide. These bones over here, these are new. Okay, got some stuff. It's always fun. I'm more interested in doing the actual dungeons. So let's go ahead and just offload this stuff real fast. We would make a little bit of money by enchanting it and selling it and all that, but I don't feel like that's necessary right now. If we were seriously hurting for money, then possibly, but we're doing okay. Shoot. Can we get this in 2 goes? Not even slightly. There we go. And the main thing we want are those bones. I keep forgetting to put Wizard's Eye up. Having it back is so strange. But here we are in Bootleg Bay. Not a lot really goes on here. All in all, Bootleg Bay is a pretty, it's weird. So it's simultaneously a very low level area and also pretty rough. There's a Minotaur here.
Hello.
And, you know what? I'm willing to pay that. That's probably worth it. There's a Minotaur here and a couple of quests that are just a little bit on the hard side. But nothing terribly bad. I feel like there's a quest that we didn't pick up that we do here, but you know, like most quests in the game, you can do it whether or not you have the quest, and then just kind of, you know, figure out the rest later. So the first thing is the Temple of the Fist. And let's get a torch light up so we can see what's going on here. This is a very easy quest. I imagine it's expected that people do it at a pretty low level. Yeah, this dungeon's really fast. Quick and easy. Touch a button, and it's like 2 rooms over here that we have to do, and we're done. I was really hoping to get an ambush on. It's not. That explodes, whatever.
Uh-oh. Aha. Oh.
Master modes are a little hard. I have a memory of them having some type of status effect, but I don't remember what it is. I think it might be tired or something. I don't remember. Yeah, unfortunately, these guys are pretty much just, they're exactly what you expect. Oh, he's, weakened. Yeah, you guys don't have any armor. No real resistances. Pretty easy. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole dungeon. It's not bad. It did take a lot of damage, though. We're a master of bodies, it's not a big deal. And these guys don't really look like they're worth looting. Maybe the lizards, but not really. I don't know if we could ever turn this quest in. Probably some XP or something.
Hello.
Oh, and he's gone. Okay. There's not a ton here. This over here has the Minotaur. And this one. Lizard wizards. Semi-hard mobs. These guys are the problem. Okay. Got one. Eek. That didn't work. Let's try Flying Fist. There we go. So they don't have any physical resistance. Nice. Although, I mean, these guys are remarkably easy, honestly. I think it's maybe episode 1 we made an attempt at this dungeon. Not like a real attempt, but, you know, one of those run through, see if those kind of cheese it real fast attempts. Kind of like how we're going to do to a lot of the castle dungeons. Because I don't like the castle dungeons. They're long, and they're not fun, and the monsters are hard, and there's nothing redeeming about There's nothing redeeming about those dungeons. And I can't disarm anything. kinda used to that. There's the chalice. Do we even have that? Yeah, we're doing a quest. That's pretty much just XP. There's not much else to it. Actually, you are the water guy. See if that works. It does. That does not work. That does work. Fire? Okay. Send another round at him. Oof. I didn't do anything. And maybe psychic? Nope. Okay. We'll put him down eventually. Oh, he's pretty much already dead. I'll save him now. Oh, wow. Okay. A lot of damage. Got a lot to loot here, though. I know this isn't going to be ideal, but nobody's very close to many breakpoints, so everything is going to go to Fame. That'll also speed this up by a pretty good bit. Yeah. Now, this is where we die. So we can't disarm anything. I wish telekinesis was a little more powerful so this didn't happen. About a mace and a crossbow. Alright, so we survived. We're gonna heal up before we continue. There's only 2 dungeons here, so it's not too bad. But, you know, one of those is the whole dungeon. And the quest for it, I don't remember what the quest is for it on top of my head. Man, we do not have any space. We need to go sell. But it's, the Temple of Tsantsa, I think. It's, so during the last Let's Play I did, it was kind of a thought, in a way. I think it's Tsantsa, but the thing about it is, I was kind of under the impression that it was just some random thing, right? And I never double-checked it. Oh, shoot. Never double-checked it, but I think that it might maybe be, a temple to a god or something from one of the other games. Which is just kind of neat. Yeah, we have no room anywhere. So, Might and Magic, Dark Messiah of Might and Magic, it's a spin-off, kind of. It's made by Ubisoft, so it's not really, like, in the canon exactly. But it's still a Might and Magic game. Now, whenever Ubisoft took over, it kind of, they not retconned exactly, but they changed a lot of things. And so all the bits that I liked about the sci-fi and all that, they just kind of got rid of. As I understand it. If I'm wrong, somebody please correct me. But as I understand it, they just kind of got rid of all that and made it a pretty generic fantasy type game. Not my number one choice of move, because I'm of the opinion that it's really, really neat. Also, I want to set a beacon here while I'm thinking about it. That was the wrong beacon. Twas. Oh well. Oh, we gotta heal. Shoot. Right, so here's my magic. There's at least one point in the game, and that's because that's how I know of Zanasta, or who I think is Zanasta, where you do, there's like a spider shrine thing. It's kind of sort of in the beginning of the game, but that's how I think that I know it, maybe. But then Ubisoft made the whole thing, they changed the whole thing. I don't know if that was an original character or, what all that's about exactly. Yeah. Tsantsa? I have no idea.
Perhaps this place isn't the right place for us.
Perhaps it is. But, right, so Ubisoft got rid of all the bits that I kind of thought were cool. And then I don't know exactly which game they took over, but for sure anything newer isn't New World competing. Which probably contributes a lot to why my Magic 6 is pretty much the only one that I like. And then I feel like 7 and 8 have the potential to be playable, but I've never really given it a shot. I played through a tiny bit of 7, but hardly enough to even have an opinion. One day I would like to go back and do it again. Just, give it that fair shot. Because for a while, I was under the impression that 7 was widely considered to be the best one. But then I saw somewhere that like some people think it's 8, and I just don't even know what's going on anymore. I like 6. It's got everything that I want in, a game, personally. It's simple, very brain popcorny. Doesn't take a whole lot of thought. I know it. It's familiar. It's got an art style that I just really like. Can we use... I guess not. Oh, more bones. Nice. Shoot. I really like the art style. All around, it's a good game. I still play it, and I still, actively enjoy playing the game. It's not a chore or a novelty, it's just a good game. Now, I also really enjoy, well, in the past, I really enjoyed Dark Messiah. But I don't really consider that to be a Might and Magic game. It's just kind of, a MIMO, I guess. Might Magic in name only. Which is fine. They got rid of the sci-fi bits. But maybe if they would have kept the sci-fi bits, then it would have been maybe more interesting, possibly. I don't know if they would have fun with it, but that whole game, I really just don't even understand how it fits into the world. I just know that, I guess it does. You know what? I'm cool with that. Personally, I'm 100% fine. Just keep the game going. Then again, I'm also keenly aware that, it has to evolve to kind of stay up to date with, moral styles, right? Ooh, poisoned. Sick day with the moral styles. I've described Might and Magic 6 to people before, but the issue is I have nostalgia for it. I think it's fun. And I played it, right? But to somebody that's never played Might and Magic, has no concept of it, I don't feel like it really holds up. I think some of you may remember this, but I was talking about that kind of gamer instinct, right? Which is the lamest possible way to say that if you were to put me in front of any game, one that I've never in my life played, nothing in the series, nothing that I have a frame of reference for, right? That's weird. I would still be able to pick up and probably comprehend the game pretty easily. You know, if it's a controller, I know how to use a controller. If it's a PC, I know WAS to use. Those types of things. I know what stats are. I know what level ups are. Like, it all just makes sense. But this game, I could absolutely understand if it just doesn't make sense to some people. I try to describe it to them. I call it, you know, similar to Skyrim, but you have 4 characters, even though it's first person. It's not the best description of the game, but it's accurate and it's honest. And the thing is, they just don't really understand it. So that's all to say that I understand that, you know, they can't remake this game. Exactly, right? They have to keep it up to date. And so by keeping up to date, they lose a lot of the charm that I really like about this game, which inherently sort of defeats the purpose. So it's just a very strange setup. I'm about it. Some people might not be. But, you know. I still recommend Might and Magic to people as often as they're willing to listen. Just because it's a fun game. It really is. As long as you take it in the context of Might and Magic. As soon as you put it in the context of a different game, it doesn't make quite as much sense. You know? And obviously, by the nature of people wanting to know what's it like, you have to put it in some type of context. And so, given that it's kind of sort of an action RPG, the easiest context to put it in is just kind of by the nature of it. Also, I'm looking for the Switch. I don't remember where it is. Because it's kind of an action RPG, sort of. I don't know if that's the one. Skyrim is the most, common game that people might be able to kind of frame their idea around. Okay, so let me open this thing. How do you open it? I'll find it soon. But, that gamer instinct, right? Or, game literacy, however, you being just whoever's listening, wants to call it, that kind of, doesn't make it sound so lame, because, like, I 100% agree that gamer instinct just sounds dumb. there's just not really a better way to say it, you know. Where is the lever? It's gotta be this. What's that thing? The point there being, there's nothing here. Oh wait, what's this? It's nothing. Where is the lever? I'm gonna find the lever. Give me just 1 second, please. Okay, cool. Yeah, that was silly. It was. The lever was sitting there, but we got it. Anyways, I kind of forgot what I was saying. I think it was something about like gamer instinct type of thing. Which, you know, it's an interesting topic. My brother and I have talked about it a couple of times. You know, I personally use the example of like a Souls game. So I always say that I don't like Souls games. You know, just the concept of the gameplay doesn't really appeal to me. So I'm not super interested in trying. Right? Oh.
Aha.
It's kind of cool.
I don't know.
Aha.
Right, so the interaction just isn't too interesting. It's kind of the same way that the first time I tried World of Warcraft, which everybody's been watching for a little while knows is my, you know, go-to favorite game kind of thing.
Hello.
I don't know what to think about that one, but yeah. Cheryl, it's in Freehaven. Oh, also, Halls of the Fire Lord would theoretically be the next dungeon, but we are not doing that. Not yet. It's in Freehaven. It's right by the docks.
Greetings.
Oh, there it is. Nice. Let's go level up. But so the first time I tried World of Warcraft, right, I just didn't like how you interact with the game, which is, you know, I was used to, you know, Call of Duty and, Elder Scrolls, Fallouts, those types of things where you directly do the things and stuff that you want your character to do, right? But then all of a sudden, you know, your attack is an auto attack and you push buttons and, you know, the whole concept of a rotation. I just didn't really like that a whole lot. Didn't really feel like my type of game. But I could grasp the concept of everything, you know, and eventually figured out that, you know, it's a really fun game. So, you know, even a game like that I had no real context for, still able to decipher it, and then, you know, wound up really enjoying it. So in a similar way, people that have never played a Might and Magic game, you know, none of them at all, could probably pick up Might and Magic 6 and at least understand it. Maybe it wouldn't be their favorite game, that's fine. But just to be able to understand it is still pretty interesting. It's not so different. Obviously it's got some of those, like, you know, old game type quirks, but it's comprehensible. as compared to Might and Magic's 1 through 5. Oh, a whole another Triton in ESL. Might and Magic's 1 through 5, I would love to know the story and things, but it's just not a game that
It worked.
like
Success.
modern people can really play. The first and maybe the first and second one are pretty much text only. Like, there's no pictures or anything, and you know, there's nothing you can do with that. Like, come on. We're gonna get this quest in real fast. Yeah, we're not gonna fight them, but we will probably have to kill a lot of harpies. Jeez. Maybe we'll get lucky. Oh, we got lucky. High Priest, there we go. And we should probably do... Mist is actually next. I don't think we can go ahead and pick up Dagger Master, can we?
Hello.
We gotta be rank 8. And our speed is fine. Rank 8? I'll drop a beacon and see if maybe we can get it. Probably not. Those are gonna burn a week. I don't particularly need Dagger Master, but I'd like it. Yeah, well, we're close, but not there yet. Mist is up next, though. I'm gonna go and keep it rolling. I figured out a system I think kind of sort of works with the timestamps and things. I'm okay with that. It's, you know, it's not perfect, but it works well enough. And train of thought's gone again, but...
It doesn't look...
Ooh. He should be plenty high enough level to do this dungeon. This dungeon really isn't too bad. I do definitely wish that my Magic 6 was still a little bit more popular than when it was being kind of a forgotten cult classic type of deal. You know, the average person doesn't know anything about Might and Magic 6. Maybe they've heard of Might and Magic the franchise. And, you know, it's maybe still some type of a win. But, you know, like, Dark Messiah of Might and Magic isn't really a Might and Magic in my, you know, opinion. Because it's the Ubisoft line, right? And the Ubisoft line just kind of doesn't work. So do we have a... We have Bless. I also have Heroism. There we go. Now we're a lot stronger. So it'd be interesting doing a Let's Play of Might and Magic Dark Messiah. Just because it's a fun game. Any reason to play it again would just be nice. It's a linear, you know, action game. To call it an RPG, I'm sure in some very technical sense, you know, it is an RPG, but not really. You're not building a character, playing a role particularly. You just fight the monsters and call it a day. And then I saw recently a new retrospective came out for it. It's a really good one, about an hour and a half. I wish I knew the name of the guy, but watched it a few times, and I agree with it. Yeah. It's just a good game. Now they would have kept the sci-fi elements. That could have been pretty interesting. The sci-fi elements are the part that like really sell me on this game. You know, my brother, once again, like I say a lot, he doesn't like the sci-fi bits. He doesn't like the idea of blasters and things, but I just think it's a really interesting concept. You know, the whole flat planet. And,
I don't know.
the flat planet and the aliens, not devils, and not robots or like angels. Kind of, if you squint out a little bit. Really cool concept, in my opinion. And I wish somebody would come out and do like a really good, like total lore video. This covers everything. Kind of like Oxhorn in a way. Where he just like does a deep dive into every last little thing. I don't personally have the knowledge. I like to think that I could find the information, but I mean, it wouldn't be easy to find all the information you need to know, you know, the why behind every last little thing. A case in point, and I keep bringing this one up, it's the genies that just confuse me so bad. They're in one area.
Hey, you!
Yeah, sure, whatever. The genies are in one area, and they don't seem like they really fill a purpose. I understand the point of elementals. You know, elementals are a pretty generic monster. They can be anywhere. Similar-ish with the genies. Yeah, we're just gonna skip this whole puzzle. I don't have time for this. Why does it do that? Yeah, you know, genies, they're a lot more specific. They fall kind of in the same realm as, like, Medusa.
Hey, you!
Medusas. Whichever one it is. It's, generic enough with, you know, people have the idea of what it is, you know. We know it's a Greek monster type of thing. And, you know, we know what they do. We know what to expect out of them. But you don't just throw Medusa anywhere. You put it in the Temple of the Snake, and it's kind of its thing, and I'm sure there's a reason that they're there. And I would like to know. You're good. Okay, nothing here. Also, this area is completed. Ah, shoot. I forgot my train of thought again. Actually, we're not quite done with this area. We have one more thing to do. Anyways, though, you know, the explanation for Minotaurs and things, they were created by Agar. That's interesting enough. Like, yeah, sure, I'll 100%, I'll buy that. That's cool, you know? I really like Minotaurs. Agros monsters, you know, there's an explanation. Same with beholders and all that good stuff. You know? They have a place in the world. But genies is kind of what inspired the whole thing. Like, why are they there? Defenders of Arn, like, sure, yeah, they are, you know, the anti-Cregan dudes. And that makes sense. So, it would take a pretty deep dive to figure all that out, but I really would like to know. And then, you know, trying to fit in the new lore, probably just not going to happen, because you know, the new stuff, like all the Ubisoft things, they just, you know, it's a new canon. They have their own lore, and it's just a typical fantasy world type of deal. That's fine. That's what they want. You know, it's their franchise. But I like the concept of the whole flat world and sci-fi, space wars. I just think all that's neat in this particular context. Now, if it was some other random game, do we like that? No. If it was some other random game that dropped all that kind of stuff in, then you know, maybe I wouldn't be so about it. But in this particular game, that's a lot of the selling point. Some food trees out here. Also, we're not going for a full clear. This is mostly for XP, even if it's not great. Also, I think there was a quest or something associated with all this, but like a sub-quest or something. I don't know. It's not Lighthouse. I think I want to do those lore videos, you know, which is the best information that I can find. It won't be an easy thing to do because I'm going to have to pretty much make sure I talk to every single person in the game and figure every single thing out to the best of my ability, and then find as much information from old games as possible. You know, some of the older games might explain canonically what things and stuff are. Like, you know, I would never have guessed that, you know, the world that my magic takes place on, and Roth and all that stuff, to the best of my understanding at least, is the flat world. You know, it's the whole zine thing. Which, now I said out loud, I probably had that mixed up. I'm gonna fact check that, but you know, it's a flat world. You adventure on both sides in the 4th and 5th game, I think, or the 3rd and 4th, or something. The 4th and one other one.
How are you doing?
Yeah,
Greetings.
cool. But I don't think that's like an actual quest that we just picked up. Yeah, it's not. So, let's go back to Iron Fist and turn in 2 quests. So I wonder where Noob's Beacon, while I'm thinking about it. Crusaders, Heroes, and there we go. Now, we should... we got 2 level ups out of it. Pretty solid. That'll put us into the middle of July. Pretty close to our next level up, too. Do I have any other quests for this turn in real fast? No? Oh well.
I don't know.
Not a whole lot.
I don't know. Aha.
Got sold real quick. Ooh, key to Garrick's laboratory. I do not remember where that is. Or I don't remember where we found that, but I think it might have been the dungeon that we just did. I think. I've been wrong before, I'll be wrong again, but I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be worth anything. I'm really penny pinching right now. Garrick's laboratory is definitely like on the list of things to do. It's just kind of far down. It's not super fun. It's a pretty hard dungeon. Or at the very least, it'll be hard for us. As knights, it wasn't so bad because Insanity actually helped us out. But it's not like that for wizards. Even if we're not technically wizards, we're still casters. Still have some time though. Get our daggers up so we can take care of that real fast. Dagger Master's gonna make us very lethal in melee combat. And then after that, which expertise is right here? Is it
How are you
Rebellion?
doing? Hello.
It's Identify. Let's go ahead and get our Identify up now, just a little bit. And he can start working on his merchant.
Hello. Yes.
We're still not going to use him for merchant,
Yes.
but once everybody has 12 merchant, we'll be okay. Also, it's July, which means things are going to start resetting soon. It's not necessarily a bad thing, it's just a thing that we need to be aware of.
Greetings and salutations, good show. Okay.
It's not expected 5k. But now in melee combat, we're even more dangerous. Let's get back to a safe place. Actually, shoot, this place might have reset already. Did. Wow. Oh, wow. I was not prepared for that. I didn't think we would, like, beat the game or anything in 6 months, but just kind of fast, you know? I don't think there's any real topics that are super relevant that I want to ramble on about while I kill Overworld stuff. If we do like a full clear of this place, we might maybe possibly be able to get another level out of it.
Aha.
So it's probably worth doing those things, but you know, kind of a loose sort of way. I don't know if those are those critical hits that we unlock the ability to do or not. Those are some big hits.
Aha.
Goblins. Just crush them real fast. Gotta keep no Sorpigal safe, you know? It's kind of our new home, or whatever it is. There's Bysolo.
Hey, you.
Oh, so it's a Temple of Bob.
Hey, you.
It's interesting. I never really
Hey,
did,
you.
like, talk to all these guys. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and call it there. I don't have any topics that I really want to talk about right now. And it's July. If we do anything off camera, I'll let you know. But for now, I'm gonna call that good. We got a pretty decent amount of stuff done. Kind of. But for now, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.